The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the reigning AFC champs, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the London Monarchs. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now here's Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded just inside the 30. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back to Mixon on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Mixon. Touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City.
And, you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes going to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll roll him out right. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Monarchs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th. KC's offense ready to take over. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Richardson. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fielded at about the 28. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. London about set to take over on offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, what a move.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Mixing up the middle. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Monarchs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Mike Williams.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Monarchs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Mahomes now on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Complete. Richardson has it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And that is no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
They'll throw now on the final play.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we're at halftime of this.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantages and all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 64 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Monarchs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Mahomes now on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown.
Jalen Tolbert.
65 yards.
And the Monarchs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. Welcome back now here in London. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. At 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense can very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this down to the 33. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Monarchs continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Richardson.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Now it's Mahomes again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
London about set to take over on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Williams brings it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Paris Campbell, 75 yards.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From the 6.
Oh, good return up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their...
That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.